SMT Nation, we back, and we're doing kind of like a featured device highlight. I know some of you might be in the market for a new device looking for an upgrade, and here's the Google Pixel 6a. We just got some information on this device. There's a couple of things online I want to share with you guys here. So the first site I'm going to show you is from the actual Google site. They're starting to put out some stuff here, some pages on it. And then I'm going to take you guys over to the Best Buy page and show you what they're doing, because that's really the only two places I was able to get any type of information. Verizon actually dropped a feature thing on their YouTube page, so you guys can go there and check out that as well. But I think this video right here is going to be a little more comprehensive. All right, so if you're in the market for a mid-range device that won't break the bank and is somewhat future-proof and has all your connectivity needs, plus the great lifestyle features of the Google Phone series, I think this is definitely a good candidate for you. All right, now if you're an iPhone person, right, you're staying there. I get it. But for some people, they might want to get away from the iPhone and they might want to try something different. And some people may have older Androids that need to be upgraded, or you have like an older Pixel. These things are great options. All right, so let's go over this. All right, so the Google Pixel 6a is going to be coming in these three colors. All right, and I think it's the sage, which is pretty nice. All right, and then they got a gray one. It's like a charcoal, and then they have some kind of like chalk one. It's like white, like silverish. Anyways, I'll show you guys some pictures. Battery life should be okay, should be good. You got best in industry photography. The video recording is pretty good too. It does have an IP rating for dust and waterproofing. It's got some lifestyle choices. You know what I mean? All right, now in terms of pricing, they're coming in at $449 if you buy it through Google straight up. And then if you finance it through them, you could put it on 24 months of installments for $18.71. And that's at 0% APR, right? This might be the best way to go, right? It's going to be unlocked. You're not going to owe any carriers anything. No trade-ins required, none of that, all right? So that might be the best way to go. Full HD 6.1-inch OLED, that should be pretty nice. 60 hertz refresh rate, 6 gig of RAM, 128 gig of onboard storage. I don't think these phones are expandable. All right, so you got one choice of storage. It's probably going to be a good camera. You could see the setup there. It is not exactly the same camera system as, say, for example, the 6 and the 6 Pro, and I think it should still be pretty fine. You got the Google Tensor chip. It'll be the same one as what we saw with the 6 and the 6 Pro. You're getting a different type of Gorilla Glass here for the glass cover. It's probably not as durable as, say, for example, the ones on the 6 and the 6 Pro. Battery's a little smaller than the 6 and the 6 Pro, but with a smaller display, it might just be fine. It probably will be a similar battery longevity. You do have 5G connectivity. Actually, let's take a look at that. All right, let's look at the tech specs. All right, so a little bit of some more explanation here. All right, here's the colors. You got the greenish one, which is sage, chalk, which is kind of like a white with a gray accent at the top, and then you have the charcoal, which is a kind of a black, very, very dark gray color. Anything else noticeable about the tech specs? I think we covered most of this. There is one thing I wanted to highlight, and that would be the SIMs. You are definitely going to get eSIM here with the physical SIM slot as well, so nano SIM in tow. In terms of the Wi-Fi, you're getting Wi-Fi 6 and the 6E with MIMO, so that's identical essentially to the 6 and the 6 Pro. Bluetooth 5.2. In terms of the network connectivity, let's take a dive into this. You've got two models here, guys and gals. You got the model GX7AS. That is going to be sub 6 gigahertz 5G only. That's going to be the unlocked model. That's probably also going to be the same model that AT&T will carry, and also that T-Mobile and Sprint will carry. Now, the reason I put Sprint in there is because of Sprint accounts, but it'll essentially work the same way. LT, everything is there. The only thing I see absent is band 46, but who cares? It might even just be an error there, but nobody cares. All right, everything else is there for both. Well, I should say for all three major companies. You have Verizon covered with all things LTE, so is T-Mobile's, and so is AT&T's. I see band 14 in there. It's all there. In terms of sub 6 5G, you're getting the DSS stuff, the N2, the N5. Also in there is N12, right? And then N25, N30, N41, N48. So that gets you the CBRS version of that, the 5G version of CBRS. N66, N71, and N77 C-band. It's there. All right. Now, this next model, this one is being marked as model GB62Z. I think this indicates the Verizon variant, 5G millimeter wave, along with all the other sub 6 gigahertz here. All right, so all things LT the same way as the other model. Same thing with the sub 6. It's all the same. The only difference is going to be the 5G millimeter wave here. There are two bands that they support, N260, N261. Notice you don't see N258, so that would be like some of what T-Mobile is doing for their millimeter wave, but I don't even think we're even near that point to even have to worry about that. So I wouldn't worry too much. You're going to get 5 years of updates here. Here's what's coming in the box. You're getting a USB Type-C to Type-C cable. You're getting a USB to Type-C adapter, SIM tool, and then the phone. That's it. No charging brick. All right, so that's all the stuff that it's coming with. That's all the cellular stuff. There is one more thing I wanted to share with you guys. The only place I found any pricing and availability for any of the carriers was on the Best Buy site. You see, they've got the 3 colors in stock. Well, I shouldn't say in stock, but they're going to offer them. Again, you can buy it outright, unlocked from them for $449, or you could do a 12-month free financing with them for $37.42 a month. If you're going to finance these phones, go through Google. I think that's the best way to go. You get 2 years, it'll cut that price in half. Okay. So unless it becomes like a supply issue, right? They don't have stock. Now, where the things kind of sort of get interesting is if you were to finance this through a carrier and you do it through Best Buy, you can buy it outright for $449. So there's no difference there, but it's going to be potentially locked for like a month or something. I don't know how they do their. You'll have to check the terms on that. I know AT&T has been weird about stuff. Obviously, do not buy a phone outright from a carrier unless it's a supply issue. Try to get it from Google or Best Buy Unlocked. But you will see that T-Mobile does carry this, and you can do the financing piece. But again, it's going to be locked. All right. Notice the price point, $449 there, right? That's for T-Mobile. They don't have AT&T listed here yet, but they do have Sprint as well. So that's in there. It'll do like a refresh of the page. Now, the last thing I want to show you guys here for this is if you click on Verizon, you're going to see the confirmed pricing. $499. That is the millimeter wave tax. The bill of materials is higher. You need antennas for millimeter wave. So that increases the price. All right. It brings it up a few bucks a month. It brings it up $50 outright. And there you guys have it. All right. And, it's just something to be expected now at this point. We know it. All right. So this confirms kind of that pricing that we saw. You might be able to get in some good trade-ins if you do the financing through the carriers. I would say, just buy it outright unless you're just dying to trade something in and get rid of whatever you have on hand. All right. So, hey, what do you guys think of the specs? What do you think of the phone? What do you think of the pricing? Hey, I'm telling you, I think this is the best way to go for a future-proof Android with a great camera, awesome lifestyle features, the best assistant in the game, all those Google Assistant waiting for you on hold and answering calls, call screening, and spam blocking. You don't need any of that from your carrier. This phone does all of that stuff. And I don't work for Google. There's no endorsement here. There's no sponsorship. These phones are just awesome. I've been using them since like the Nexus days, and they've always been just a great experience. All right. It's not perfect. There's a lot of things not to like about these phones, but there is so much to like. And to come in at $450, for some price sensitive people, and to come in at this more affordable monthly payment price could be good for some people. And you guys could see cellular wise, it's got you covered in a lot of different ways. Sound off in the comment section below. You all the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard. What do you think of the phone? Is it up your alley? Are you considering it? Is this a hard pass? Not interested? Comment down below. Like, share, subscribe for more. Turn on that bell notifications icon to never miss an upload. Links in the description for my Gmail address for all business inquiries, my Twitter handle, and my Patreon page if you want to support us and get early access to content and exclusive videos not found anywhere else. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Peace.